Hey y'all, welcome in or welcome back, whichever the case may be. This is our 31 Days of Prevention series, and today is day 7, where it's our opportunity to come together to share information, inspiration, and motivation to increase awareness and prevent future and ongoing domestic violence. My name is Marci Batiste. I'm the executive director and founder here at 9 Seconds. We are a progressive nonprofit organization with a heart-centered mission and a non-traditional approach to domestic violence prevention. We work with women to ensure that they are equipped with the training and the resources that they need to secure their health, safety, and success. For many of you, you may not be aware that every 9 seconds, a woman in this country is either abused or assaulted, and that's simply not okay. So that's why we're here. That's why we do the work that we do to decrease the incidence of domestic abuse and save women, save children, save families, save communities. So today's message, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about feeling guilty about your truth, feeling guilty about your story, feeling guilty about your human experience. For those of you who follow me, I'm all about putting humanity back into the human experience. And so understand that everything that's happened to you and in your life and in your family, and it's all part of your human experience. And so for someone to be in relation with you in any capacity, all of your human experiences come with you. That's part of who you are. That's part of what made you the person that they're now choosing to engage with. So don't be ashamed of your experience, and don't be ashamed of the fact that you've been victimized by domestic violence. You didn't do this to you. It was somebody else's choice. Their choice impacted you tremendously, has probably impacted your life for many, many years thereafter, and continues to be a factor. But that's part of your human experience, and that is your part of your humanity in any type of relationship. That all comes with you. But so the other day I shared a video called "Calling a Thing a Thing," and I described a situation in there where my ex had attacked me outside of a bar that we had been in previously, and in that story I detail how hard he hit me, and I explained that he hit me so hard that my earrings actually went flying out of both ears in 2 different directions, and then he kind of pushed me back into the car. What I didn't discuss in that video is the fact that when he hit me that hard, he messed up my hearing in my left ear. And so for me now, I oftentimes will find myself in conversations asking people to repeat things. And particularly, it's hard for me, like if I'm talking on the phone. But what typically then happens is when I'm like, because sometimes I might have to ask them to repeat things a couple of times. And so what happens is then jokes ensue about, oh, old age, or what's the matter, you can't hear, you need a hearing aid, da, da, da. I probably do. But there was a period where I would just blurt out, no, it's not my age. When my ex hit me, and then I would go into with a whole attitude, right? Because I'm like, how dare you make jokes out of, and then I realized I would watch their reaction. And so I kind of toned it down a little bit, and I would still answer honestly and tell them about what happened to me. But then it always came back with this, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, and I didn't mean to offend you. And then it becomes this whole big thing. It feels weird for everybody. And I walked away feeling guilty. You shouldn't have to feel guilty for your truth, is what this amounts to. But I did have to, over the course of several years, figure out what's my sweet spot where I can be transparent about my experiences, be honest about my truth, and you still feel okay, and I don't feel guilty for being honest with you and answering the question that you asked me to answer you. For me, that looked like I had to figure out what the boundary was. Like what was my goal for telling that part of my truth, right? And so for me, I use the measure of the type of relationship I have with that person. So if it's just a casual acquaintance, it's a coworker, a client, something like that, I just let the jokes flow, let it off my shoulders, don't think twice about it, and we move on, right? But if it's somebody who I'm fully in relation with, so you're a good friend, or you're a family, or I'm in a relationship with you romantically, or anything like that, if we have an ongoing close relationship and that happens, then I invariably will say, well, actually, no, but my hearing is messed up because when my ex attacked me in one of the assaults, he hit me really hard in my left ear, and so I don't hear as well out of that ear. So yeah, sometimes I have to. And they're like, oh, so it's still, they're still apologetic, but they're not spewing like pity and like sympathy. Like, I just want you to understand that I'm probably this is going to happen again. Like, I'm probably going to have to ask you to repeat things. And you just need to be aware of that. And so then what that does is it gets it out, it cleans the air. And so the next time they say something and I have to say, could you repeat that? What did you say? Or I repeat it back to them and I repeat it incorrectly. They're like, weren't you listening? Yes, I was. Like, it avoids all that in the future. And so that's why for me, the break is looking at my relationship with how am I in relation with that person. If it's ongoing, okay, we have the conversation. Particularly, we'll have the conversation if we're in an environment where we can go deeper if we need to, or I can be as transparent as I need to be. In some cases, you're in public, you're in a meeting or something like that. Even if we're in deep relation, I'm not gonna do it there because that's not the place. So you find your sweet spot, but be able to honor your truth without feeling guilty about your experiences, because that is all part of who you are, and being in relation with you includes those pieces of you. So I hope this has helped someone. I only have one ask of any of these videos, y'all, and that's if you hear something, share something, meaning please share the video out, especially if you heard something that was beneficial to you or you think that it will be beneficial to someone else. You just never know who's listening. You never know what's going on behind the keyboard. You never know what's going on the opposite side of the timeline or behind closed doors. So that's it for today. That's my message. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and we will be back here tomorrow for day 8 of our 31 days of prevention. In the meantime and in between time, stay well and stay blessed. Take care.